Can you see the...
Yeah. Hi, Craig Metrowich for VideoCelebrityNews.com, and I'm super excited because I've got a local Islaka celebrity. He's been on EGOLI. He's done 3,000 episodes, which, by the way, Clerq, I didn't know you could do so many. Okay, he's got his cowboy hat on. He rides real horses. He's going to share with us in a biography his story. And if the sound is good, thanks, I see Dead Ray, I've got a thumbs up. If the lighting is good, we're now live. This is going to be about a 10-minute intro, and then later on we'll do another recording. It'll be high definition, which will be on Video Celebrity News. So you must go and check that channel out, VideoCelebrityNews.com. Let's get into the interview. You ready?
Yeah, I'm
First
ready.
question. How does it feel to spend 4 or 5 hours on a horse? That cannot be fun.
Well, no, Craig, it's really a lot of fun. I grew up with horses, and I love horses. I can ride it whole day. My days as a cowboy, you know, I used to ride 8 hours a day on a horseback, or sometimes 12 hours a day. You start at 5 in the morning, and you end up when the day is gone, you know, when it's sunset. But no, I can do it the whole day, you know. It's tiring, but well, I could feel it.
So jy's fixed. So you see he's fixed.
Well, I try to work out six days a week in the gym, but you know, horse riding is a different kind of fitness. So it's lekker, man.
So this is what I said to him. You know, we had an impromptu. This is unscripted, raw. He doesn't even know the questions. But I said to him, what I did find out is that horse riding is also like almost an extreme sport, because if you take motocross and other sports, right, you got more control versus the animal. You know,
I mean, if you do cross country riding, you know, it's flat out, you know, and you have jumps and you go through rivers and all kind of stuff, you know, and it's really it makes you tired. For sure it does.
It's a full-on workout.
I mean, you can be fixed in the gym, but you know, the next day when you do some horse riding, you feel your shoulders. I mean, and your bums and your thighs.
So there's different muscle groups that you need. Let's get to his form side. What's interesting is Chris is the real McCoy. He was. Tell us about how you got into this industry and your genre and westerns, and then we'll talk about EGOLI later. But let's start with that.
Yeah, you know what, Craig? It was years ago. I was a small boy grew up in Namibia, and I grew up with horses, and I always said to myself, I want to be a cowboy one day.
But isn't that what everybody wants to be as a kid? You know, cowboy.
And I've seen, you know, these cowboy books, and I've read a lot of cowboy books, and after I've studied agriculture at Stellenbosch, I've decided to go to America, and I didn't know anybody there, and we moved over to Oklahoma, Texas, and we stopped in I think I'd rather take this off.
That's exactly, you're so sharp.
And we stopped at a small town, and after 3 days we got work, and we start working as cowboys on this farm, on this cattle ranch. And I went to a rodeo a year later in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Yeah, and there was a lady was walking around with a TV crew, and they were looking for the new Marlboro Man.
The new Marlboro Man. Who remembers that?
And they asked me some questions, you know, and I said, well, okay, I'll do that. And I was one of the 10 finalists for Marlboro Man. And after a while, they found out I was a South African. You know, that was 30 years ago.
Jy lyk goed, he looks good, eh? Just shout out. I've seen you've got some fans, yo. Look at Paul Kruger, Dennis.
And it was 30 years ago, and so I and that's where actually my acting career started. I started as you know, do some commercials and stuff, and I came back to in 1989. After 3 years, I came back to. We went there in '86 and came back in '89, and by coincidence, I was a professional hunter and safari guy up in Africa. And when I flew back to Johannesburg, a lady came up to me and she said, "Well, we're looking for new faces to start a new soap in South Africa." At that days, they didn't even know what they're going to call this.
And they probably didn't have the technology like today. Am I right?
No cell phones, no nothing like that. And so I started on EGOLI with episode 1.
Founding member, ladies and gentlemen, founding member.
Yeah, yes, and it was quite exciting, you know. Guy Korsten, Sandra Prinsloo, Bramilda, Shalene City Richards, you know, the big
maar
names.
Maar jou huisstaal, wat is jou huisstaal eintlik?
Afrikaans.
Is dit Afrikaans? Nie Duits nie of Swaan nie. Wat is in jou bloed?
Nie Boesman nie, nie Dameran nie, nie Nama nie. No,
en as jy lief vir die taal, ons moet 'n bietjie Afrikaans praat vir die mense wat nou kyk. So, my naam is Clerq Metrowich. Dis vir videocelebritynews.com live on Facebook Live, the Good News channel. En I'm here with Clerq en ja, ons praat 'n bietjie Afrikaans vir 'n paar minute. So sê vir my, praat nie oor die EGOLI in die begin.
Ja, weet jy, nou het jy al hierdie groot celebrities, jy weet wat nou al lankal naam gemaak het. Guy Korsten, Bramilda, Shalene City Richards, Christine Basson. Daai mense het nie publisiteit nodig gehad nie. En hier kom ek 'n groentjie, ek het nog nooit in my lewe geact nie. Hulle wou my graag in Amerika gehad het, maar en hier kom ek, moet ek begin klasse doen en ek moet teen hierdie mense act. Dit was scary stuff hier. Scary stuff.
So dit was 'n defining moment in jou lewe. Ja, om die guts te hê om dit op te vat. Ek gaan ons bietjie move, just you know why, we're looking at a signal and also lighting. He's also taught me on that. We're going to move across over here. We still got signal. There we go. It's good lighting. All right, so what we're going to do is, in this interview, I've got Emmeline Baidonkey online. Please, if you have any questions, send them as a shout out. We really appreciate Chris being with me today. You can see he actually is taller than me. I was clever. I stood on a hump, so I looked a little bit like your scale. More questions. Let's go EGOLI and that part. So, what was there? Was there castings? How did they decide that you were the guy? When did you hear you're the guy?
Well, Frans Marx, you know, the owner of EGOLI, who started EGOLI, he wanted some new faces, especially men, because there was not a lot of men actors. Philip Moelman, David Vlok maybe, and Hans Strydom and those things, but he was looking for new faces. So actually I went for an interview and he liked what he saw and he said, well, Chris, I will train you to be an actor. Are you interested? And I said, well, maybe it will last for 6 months, voor 6 maanden.
Ja. So 6 maanden storie.
Het het 18 jaar.
18 jaar. So.
Nou, maar ek was nie 18 jaar daar nie, weet ek was so aan en af so 10 jaar.
Okay,
10 jaar, jy weet, tot 2002 was ek gewees so.
En het jy paar pelle daar gemaak?
Ja, nee, ek en Philip Moelman is nog great pelle. Weet Shalene City Richards, Bramilda. Ons kuier nou nie meer saam nie. Ek en Philip Hen en jy weet, ons is nog 'n paar wat kontak het met mekaar. Ja.
Okay, let's talk current. There's lots of people coming online. Ons waardeer dit. Dankie vir die support. Ons gaan probeer so lank as moontlik hierdie live doen and we'll post this link also on videocelebritynews.com later. But really to share the career and the journey, because you know him and I spoke briefly and I said, you know, it's amazing how many people think our lives are glamorous.
No,
it's not. Hard work,
it's hard work. No,
okay, let's talk about the hard work.
Yes, Craig. You know, sometimes you have to film right in the night, in the middle of the winter. I remember we shot a movie called Sean in the Karoo, and that was April. It was this time a bit earlier, about a month ago. We shot a movie called Sean, and there came a cold front through, and the temperature dropped, you know, from 25 up to 11 degrees. And there was the guy who played my son, he and his girlfriend, they had a particular scene when they have to swim in the dam on the farm. And the water was something like 7 or 8 degrees. And they had this romantic scene where they had to kiss and
and
I have to walk outside, you know, on the farm with just a shirt on. I mean, I was frozen. I mean, you couldn't speak properly.
Dis is goed wat mense nie eintlik sien, maar hulle sien die kat.
They see the glamour.
And
they see the premieres and all the glamour stuff. No, it's not like that. It's tough. It's really tough. You know,
and
you
also
have to
just to come in there, what about from a roller coaster? Let's talk about also the highs, because some of my audience are mainly, I'm an inspirational speaker and a business coach. So a lot of my messaging is around business and creating your legacy, having a purpose, knowing why you're doing it, and not just chasing numbers, because that is cool. We need to do that in business. But what's the bigger picture? So did you find purpose out of all of those episodes? Did it change your life? Did you think differently?
Yeah, I believe, you know, it's now that since 1989 or 1980, 1988, since I've been in the industry, well, on and off, and so, you know, it builds character, because, you know, there's no time to be a windgat, or, you know, if you look at all the old actors in Hollywood, Sean Connery, Sylvester Stallone, and those guys, you know, they're down to earth people, you know,
op die aarde,
because
they're real.
They know the difficult side and the hard side of acting, you know, and they are real people. And for me, acting is just a normal job. I mean, I'm there to inspire people through my acting, and to leave a message behind that guy, once you watch this movie, have to go home and say, well, that changes my life.
Absolutely.
And you have to leave a legacy for the people behind. The movies I'm making now is kind of a African adventure, you know, action, adventure, drama, romance,
so do you love
comedy.
Africa? Do you love Africa?
I love Africa. I was born in Zambia, broer. No, Africa.
He's a real McCoy.
Africa's my place, you know. I still left a part of me behind in America because of the cowboy life and the horses and stuff like that. But Africa is home. And you know, when I was there, I missed Africa. I missed the people. I missed the culture. I missed the wildlife. But you know, for me to make a movie is to inspire people through that, through hardships. Never give up. Do your thing. You know, this is life. Sometimes you're happy. Sometimes you're sad. Sometimes life happens. You plan your life, but then life happens and it's different to what you have planned. So this is life, and you have to accept it.
You know, and you've inspired me, and I tell you what, this is just for the record, eh? You know, every time I ask the real deal celebrities, the real legends, the people that actually have a tangible track record of success, meneer, I'm calling him meneer now. This guy, I contacted him. He said to me within a few minutes, he loves what I'm doing. There is synergy, WhatsApps, backwards, forwards, message, date, time. We're doing it. He is here. He's not a wannabe celebrity. He is the real McCoy.
Thanks, brother.
Proceed. We're brothers now. Finally got another brother.
Fine. We've got a brother. Now, I just want to tell the people out there, you know, it's life is tough, but never give up. Just chase your dream. People ask me, what is your destiny and your purpose in life? They don't know. People are unhappy in their jobs, what they're doing, because they're chasing money. Every person is created for a specific job in this life, and if you don't do that, you will be unhappy till the day you die. So it's important to find out what is your purpose, what's your destiny, and if you don't know that, read the book by Tony Evans, Your Purpose of Destiny.
Okay.
So
can I suggest another book that I believe you might understand? The Good Book. You know which one that is?
Of course, the Good Book. There's only one good book.
There's another good book.
You don't have to go to university. Just read Proverbs.
So I tell everybody, you know, I'm not very religious, but I do have faith, and I do believe there's destiny and purpose in bringing people together. And the universal energy also brings us together without a doubt. Lots of people online. Thank you very much. Signal is still holding. That's the good news. So a couple of more questions and answers. Thanks for all the loves. Oh, Daniel, hey, he's been on my show. Daniel Silk, shout out, political analyst. Share some of the good news. Share this with everybody. Chris, let's go into the action side, because what I wanted to find out is preparation, stunts and things like that. What don't we see behind the scenes? For example, falling off a horse. How do you do that? I mean, how do you practice something like that without hurting yourself seriously?
It's very dangerous to let actors doing their own stunts. Because if you in production, full production, you usually do have a pre-production for 3 weeks. This is when you do your preparation for the full production. Full production is anything from 5 to 6 weeks. Sometimes we do it less. But when full production is happening, you have people who do the stunts. To charge full speed with a horse and make the horse fall. I mean, if the actor breaks his neck or his leg or his arm, you have to stop that production. And time is money. You have to be very careful not to do difficult stunts, dangerous stunts. There's a lot of actors who do kind of, I will ride my own horse going flat out, you know, and when he steps in a hole, I can't help that, because that happened to me 100 times before. But you know, to do dangerous stunt, to fall with a horse, to make a horse fall, you know, that's professionals that do that.
Yeah.
You pay people to do that.
So that makes sense why we need to
Yeah.
understand the difference between, let's say, the actor's role,
Yeah.
and sometimes I don't think we give enough credit to the stunt woman and stunt men behind the scenes. Am I right to say that?
Of course, of course.
So shout out to all of you, stunt men, stunt women.
you have to have a double. You know, the girls have a double with a wig or whatever to make the girl look like this is the real thing.
Right,
but sometimes when you do have to gallop through the field or whatever,
gallop through water, how difficult is that?
Well,
Yeah,
it all depends how deep. It all depends how deep the water is. Sometimes, you know, it's difficult for a horse from chest height to go through water, but lower than that you can do it. It's difficult sometimes. Well, from the knee down you can do that. Yeah.
So here's the good news. We've got so many loves. There's so many people that love you, man. Yo, hey, look at all the wows. And it's obviously your persona that's coming
I love you
across.
guys, man. I'm just a normal guy.
Love
you know?
to everybody. Highly talented, normal guy. To just tell you where we are. We're in Pretoria. We're in Linwood. It's actually a beautiful area. I asked him to come and meet you because there's birds in the background. There's obviously some natural wildlife, as I would call it, being a city slicker.
And I just came back from Cape Town, last night, special for the show.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate it. Okay, people online, a shout out to all of you. This is for Video Celebrity News. It's only the good news in a world that generally wants to share just the bad news. Am I right?
Yeah.
This is the good news.
Yeah.
Chris, let's go a little bit on the biography. Signal's great. We're going to get towards the wrap up now. Here's the big question.
Yeah.
What are you going to leave behind?
You know what, I want to the legacy I want to leave behind is very important for especially for the younger generation. I want to be a kind of a spiritual father who empower young people to do what I have done in life. You know, to chase your dream, your purpose in life. It's so important to be a father out there for people, because you know there's somebody going to replace me sometime.
Yeah, correct. Fair enough.
But the question is, what do you leave behind? It's, you know, to inspire young people, to give them opportunities to come and act. I've got an acting school.
Let's do a shout out for that. Tell us the name, etc. They can find you.
Divine Acting Academy. Me and my girl, you know, we want to go to Namibia and we want to set up some things there. I do some proposals. We did some proposals for a real adventure movie in Namibia, quite a few. But the difficult thing is to get financing. Financing is
money.
Money.
Yeah.
But that you must remember, the people who's watching it's the easiest way to make money. Because we make a movie in rand and we sell it in dollar, pound and euro.
Correct. You know, it's the same with this vlogging. You know, people ask me, why did I just start this online, live, uncut, raw and edited? Because one, it's real. Yeah. Two, it's not fake news. Three, it is stressful. Let's be honest, because it's live. But it's international, it's global. You can get this out as a global message. Laat ons hier so 'n bietjie I'm watching signal and lighting. There we go. We're in a lovely place. So what we're going to do, I just want to do a little turn around so people can see the beautiful setting, because you know often people think it's only Cape Town that's lekker and that Pretoria is not so beautiful and that South Africa there's only certain places. Let's head back towards the lighting now. How amazing is this? I mean, check how big this oak is. I mean, jy moet afstaan. That's it. Jy moet afgaan.
But remember, I want to tell you young guys out there, this is never give up your dream. Believe in yourself, have faith and just go flat out for it. It doesn't matter. Life is not easy. If you read some of the Bible legends, you know, they have to go for 20, 40 years before they can get to their purpose. So just hang in there. It's tough to be an actor. Sometimes you don't have work and you have to struggle through the things. But just believe in yourself, believe in your God, and just go for it.
Yeah, well, look, that's going to be part of my wrap-up. Chris Clerq, you are the real McCoy. Okay, he's a cowboy. He's the EGOLI guy. He's got faith. He's got a bigger, crystal clear purpose without a doubt. And I want to, you know, from my fan base as well, I want to thank you all for being online. Thank you guys.
I love you guys.
This is going to be a wrap. Love you. Share the good news. Share the light.
Okay.
Last say from you in Afrikaans.
Ja.
Sê liefde vir almal in Afrikaans.
Ja, ek lief julle almal. Pas julle op, nee, en go for it.
That's a wrap. Over and out. Share the love.